Once, there was a clue.
No, my sword!
Check this out!
Transfixed!
Supporting fire!
Let me weave you a verse.
Absorption test. Swirl. Mark tip.
Witness my rise. Laid bare. Ring cutter.
I got you covered!
Enhanced animal module.
Everlasting as the moon.
Nice and spicy. Stand with me.
Step right up.
Everybody stand.
A round of applause.
Hey, I'll settle this.
And voila! I'm going in! Here comes the finale.
My time with the Spina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
Huh, it's been a while since we visited Poisson. Maybe we should head over and have a look.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice!
Over here. To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for—
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fred—
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth.
So you're saying nearly the entire
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gap.
You scared Paimon half to death!
Father, you're here.
You know... on second—
No need to be nervous. I could sense your— Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson. I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee. As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so close. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadow. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests.
Of course, Father. It has long been a dream of mine. You're quite well. If you're willing, why don't you?
All right.
Of course. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying. We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit.
Awesome, thanks! So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then.
Okay, we'll come with! There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate!
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Linny! We're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello?
It's the Traveler and Paimon!
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's all right!
Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands.
I heard Paimon. Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all.
Oh, wait! When guests visit...
Oh, we don't need something like that. Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Huh?
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth! He's super good at it! He's never been caught!
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects.
Wait, when you said gift, Paimon didn't think you meant poison, and...
But those are the best things we can give you! You don't like them? Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach...
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggest you don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed.
Really? Awesome! It's been so long since we've had...
Yeah, especially if it's put...
Well, we'll...
All right, see you later.
Bye!
Linny, about all that...
Scared you, did it? That cut when Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family. Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to... Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intention. Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks.
And who are these two?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places.
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's...
Oh, this is the first we've heard.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, and there's... After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two see...
I heard that.
Oh!
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about family members behind their back.
Guess this is goodbye then.
Well, that's it for the...
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going... You're right. We're only... Linny's...
So, what do you think? Well, I should probably get...
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Fremine, what are you doing here?
Well...
Fremine! Nice to see...
you too.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you...
Seafood soup?
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine?
It's nothing.
Yeah, we've got some left over.
Some food and water. And some clean cloth.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night.
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
This is the first time I've seen...
Just...
You're back!
Hello, my name's Linny.
Hi, Linny. I'm also a chap. You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
It's nice
Nice to meet you.
Does that name ring any bells?
No, not at all. That's not a... She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the look...
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been...
For how long?
About half a month now.
So ever since we got to Poisson, then. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. You know the rules of the house, Fremine.
I've thought it through. Linny, don't you remember last year? Chaplot nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking... That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. But she's been living with us. I couldn't just...
So what's your plan then?
I haven't...
Come with me.
Those two sure care a lot about each other.
Well, they got a funny way of...
No way! They have a really deep bond. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house.
I'm sorry, Linny.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to?
Huh?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. Later on, when you started calling me Linny...
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever... You and Lynette are the most important people.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between...
Oh, it's raining.
Hey, you two! Hope we... Oh, wait a minute.
Everything...
Well, we're all friends here, right?
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves.
What are you getting at, Travis?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. I... just... Thank you.
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. That means finding out
I've tried that already.
And?
And... nothing. I tried... She even came with us all the way to Poisson.
I don't know much about spirit.
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so...
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us.
Of course.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2... I swear. Whoa!
Lynette!
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister? And, when exactly did you get here?
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine. You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. There's no time to lose.
She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
That's right. Based on what I've been... Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around.
Does she know that she has already passed?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer.
Clairvy, if you've got some time...
Sure. Oh, another new friend.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join that?
Huh? Isn't it the knave brings you here and then you can't leave?
It's just that... your name... it's not on the roster.
The roster? Oh, the people in charge. They're not as nice as they look. In this house, some people are family and...
Wait, does that mean the knave...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this...
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy. But it seems like maybe we...
Oh.
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candle.
To where the sun can find me.
That's... it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. I'll try and find a way. Lynette, try and find the Fremine. You stay in Poisson. We can't...
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but let me think.
Ah, Paimon gets it.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If the worst case scenario happens, you too. I really hope this goes well.
It's the knave! And... child! Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhna?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back. I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So
What sort of unfinished business are we talking?
it has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she'd already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain...
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should...
The worst of it's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. And that's good, because it looks like...
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrator's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside.
One I could do.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
So, dear guests of the House of the Heart.
Well, we just... Right! We're so...
Is that so?
Well, you see...
Good question. I'd also like to know.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite...
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
I'd also like to hear I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed... Which, by the way...
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Wait.
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the might...
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family. Oh, based on your reaction...
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turn, although it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved. Call yourself a Fontainian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then, why did you try to help?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontainian simply made it easier to operate. The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe...
Good. Like I said.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with the...
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't.
They were that high stakes?
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 40...
Okay. Well, would you look at Traveler, Paimon? I'm not sure where our paths will...
Again?
All right.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis.
I like the sound of that.
We should probably get going too.
Oh? You want me... I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you? Oh, I wonder if Lydia...
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... Well, we could... Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. How did...
Good. I've got the...
Really? What? Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get...
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, L'Endroit... Oh, yikes. That Aurore guy has a huge scar on his face.
I've met him...
Did he...
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's... It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked every...
Wait, so that means...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filiol are a good example of that.
Oh, those are true of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how—
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. As members of the House of the Hearth, where certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her—
These kinds of conflicts have...
Well, that's true. But I can't say for sure. But I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about... She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Whoa. Hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's—
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrator have been working on together. Apparently, because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis.
Wait, but isn't that a good—
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole— Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a—
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't— I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go— but it looks like things are more
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if well, it's getting late. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the other. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she finds she's even scary when she smiles? If she were to actually get angry? Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Trust is ever, Traveler. Look over there! Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees! Over there! Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast! Oh, look! She stopped! Clairvy! Shh! I opened the window while no one was— Look how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this.
You probably think I'm being silly, huh? Please, help us get... Sure. Although, everyone in this family is nothing as long as you're useful. You're saying the knave tip? It's just... That doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scared? I knew you wouldn't, but everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother. Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. If only Perry were here, she'd understand. Perry? There's also... Paimon's getting us... It almost feels like she's not really here with... Well, in any case, it seems like she looks so young. It's getting... Ooh, look at the moon! Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. We should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't... What should I do? I'm really... Well, let's head back. We've got to...
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the...
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairvy last night, and we met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father... We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between... I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor... Father rejected most of his proposals...
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the details of the I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui...
Alright, that's good to hear. Clairvy seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how... It's just that... It doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but... Paimon doesn't...
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be... Lynette, you're with me. All right.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say... Perhaps if you had less on your mind. So what are you planning to do now? Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on
Us? Distract!
Looks like you could... Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming.
The ocean breeze is sure not...
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to... Oh, good idea. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens. Okay, then we...
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant... I'm glad to see you get along.
You're not planning on
I assume you're referring to Lenny, although there's that situation... No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. all those who betray them.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives?
But don't you—
Any organization in which perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filion and Toy and the others, I'm afraid.
But
Ah, you seem concerned. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Claire V in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were—
wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. I asked you to meet me here. Well, time to go. It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper— Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire—
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this—
I understand your request. However, at the risk of—
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So allow me to use— A family is like a large body of water with countless— As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, not all rivers are—
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not—
I seem to recall there being a
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will and, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer—
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe—
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy.
Indeed. I trust—
All right, Traveler Paimon.
So, what exactly were you talking about? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers,
You really want to know? I would imagine that—
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything— Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Trap?
Oh, shoot. Are you all... Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers. Well...
Oh, you don't have to...
Please. It's my fault.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to...
I'll take 3 papers.
Oh! If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson.
Actually, Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to
It appears you two are under the... That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite...
Wait, why are you being...
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for...
Then what...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Wonderful. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
Okay.
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone care, but it was before I became a harbinger. And before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of... Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house. Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she...
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them... Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight. Force them to dually. It's difficult to estimate. They would be handed over to the doctor to be...
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so...
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own Clairvy did try to convince... Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose... Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, It was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends. There may have been a certain naivete to her idea, even with her body racked with.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Perouer weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed. It was during this time that Perouer suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not? Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Perouer, if she couldn't escape and fight back. Precisely. Death. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Perouer. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. From that moment on, Perouer's journey would. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness.